Welcome to My Data Guests by SIFT Analytics Group. Here, we invite industry experts to share their insights on data challenges across various industries. In this episode, our expert guest speaker will discuss the top challenges in the industry. If you enjoy this video and want to see more content like this, please give it a like.
Hi everyone, my name is Bernard and I am currently a product analytics engineer with Delivery Hero. If you are in Asia, you will know us through the Foodpanda brand name. And in the quick commerce industry, analytics plays a very crucial role. And I'm going to share with you the top challenges I face and along with it, some of the best practices. And I hope this sharing will be helpful for you. In the product space, we depend heavily on data to make critical decisions when developing product features. Product team do their best to leverage near infinite amount of data to discover insights that help them deliver better products with a mission to gain clarity regarding how user interact with our product and more specifically discover the feature and flow that delight user to the point that they become ambassador of our product in driving growth. When it comes to generating insights, be it customer insight or rider performance insights, a common pitfall seen is that there are too many dashboards, but not enough actionable insights. So, as this is kind of give you a bit of context, is that when analysts are embedded in different departments and working in silo, it is easy to find different variation of dashboard on similar topics, and in some cases, with metrics that conflict with each other. Especially in the quick commerce industry where I'm in, things can be very fluid. So analysts also have to deal with an influx of metrics requested by business teams, and this will lead to having dashboard reporting many different kind of metrics, and some of them being a vanity matrix, I would say. So moving on to a topic that deals directly with data itself, ensuring that quality of the data is fit for customer data consumer is a challenge that we are constantly working to improve. Finding and collecting accurate, diverse, valuable data is the core of every project and as well as data-driven decisions. However, the availability of suitable data is one of, I would say, many organizations' most significant challenge. Business tend to collect massive amount of data before determining whether it is useful. And unfortunately, the lack of a robust data review process only clog up the system with poor quality data that leads to poor decision making that in some cases have serious consequences for the business. So ensuring data quality and integrity is therefore critical, I would say, when dealing with data, and consequently an increasingly demand area that we as data professional to create quality data and metrics that flows through our data pipeline, so that those data consumer can readily access them with trust. So moving on, I'm gonna talk about best practices. When it comes to developing dashboard that drive actionable insight as a best practice, if you are unclear on what are the most important priorities that matters to stakeholders, don't hesitate to kick off a discussion with them before the start of the dashboard development process. And that can be through a meeting or a workshop. And very often, in those meetings and workshop, the more important conversation would revolve around this question: what kind of problem are we trying to solve? The goal here is to collate and align everyone with the business strategy and have a common understanding on how is success going to be measured. And once everyone has been aligned on those metrics, the metrics and dashboard that you create subsequently would then support those strategic questions as well as some of those technical objectives. So as for data quality, it's always good to come up with a data governance framework and process once the business starts to collect this data. The framework, I would say, should cover data quality checks from the raw data before they get ingested into the data warehouse, when they are enriched with business logics, and at the most important tables that drive business decisions. So these are the three areas that you can focus on. There are plenty of tools currently in the market that can help implement those data quality checks, and which makes implementation a lot more easier in our current space right now compared to before. But more importantly is once you have a clear goal in mind, the implementation becomes a lot more easier to do. And I would say there is no silver bullet when it comes to data quality. So as a caveat is I encourage you to start small, and then you iterate from there, and then building on making those process getting better and better for each run. So lastly, on a more general note about best practices would be, regardless of whichever topic, is to keep updated with development in the industry and learn from others who have faced similar challenge through either blog posts, podcasts, events. This will greatly help you as a data professional get more learnings from others, and don't kind of lower your learning curve when it comes to solving problems. So lastly is my perspective on modern analytics and implementation. So my perspective on modern analytics implementation is that in today's data landscape, implementing modern data analytics involve harnessing advanced techniques to process and analyze large volume of diverse data. So what this means is that you'll be dealing with structured, semi-structured, or even unstructured data from various sources, okay, like social media, events, transactional systems. So the good thing about it is that cloud provider has been constantly offering scalable and cost-effective solution for data storage, processing, and analysis of this kind of large volume of diverse data. So they have been easier to implement compared to before. And this cloud-based platform often provide the business and organization with that flexibility and accessibility to more advanced analytics capability. And as such, this would enable data to be self-serve for non-technical user. So you don't have that bottleneck where every data request fall onto the data team, because non-technical user would have this platform that they can relatively use with ease to explore those data and generate some insights independently and kick off conversation from there on. And the good thing about it is that it also fosters a more data-driven culture within that organization and accelerate decision-making process. So another crucial aspect about modern analytics implementation is the need for robust data governance and compliance. So as organizations handle more and more volume of data, ensuring data quality, regulatory compliance become very important. Effective data governance framework should encompass policy, processes, and technology that govern the data lifecycle management by giving the right level of access to user, and as well as making sure that privacy protection is being maintained. So this is very important, especially right now we kind of observe in this space where a lot of countries are requiring first-party data to be compliant with GDPR rule, or in Singapore context, PDPA ruling as well. So all these are basically to safeguard sensitive information, and at the same time fosters trust with the customer and stakeholders, which reinforce like the foundation of successful analytics initiative. So I would say thank you for joining me, and I hope these insights are valuable for your work in the analytics space. And remember, especially in the online retail or e-commerce world, like things are always changing, and Embracing analytics is not just a challenge, but an opportunity for growth. Until next time, this is Bernard signing off.
A big thanks to Bernard for sharing best practices in quick commerce analytics at My Data Guest. We hope you found the session valuable. If you have any data challenges, ask SIFT today.